What's going on, everybody? Welcome to the One Leg Loser podcast, take number two
Two.
episode. I'm your boy Bear Down Rick alongside my brother Jay, the producer. We want to welcome you guys to the One Leg Loser podcast, the Super Bowl edition. Want to welcome you guys. I know we've been off for a minute. Jose, when was the last time? When was the last time we record?
Week divisional the championship round. I know.
Yeah,
Listen,
right.
man, ain't nobody recording Pro Bowl weekend. Like, first of all, who watches the Pro Bowl? It's such a disgrace. Like, disgrace is a strong word because Cameron, my younger son, he was actually into it. But like, that's not football. This is not Pro Bowl weekend to me. Pro Bowl weekend is, man. I remember those days. Sean Taylor when he took out the punter. He wasn't supposed to do that because it's supposed to be like friendly, but it's
Yeah.
also still football at the same time. And I just you just felt the competition where coaches where they would pull out the craziest plays that they couldn't use during the regular season because they were crazy plays, flea flicker, this and that, and end arounds 40 times, and it's just not, it just doesn't feel the same. So I didn't watch
Mm,
it. I had nothing to talk about pertaining to the Pro Bowl, so we
yeah.
just totally skipped it. I was itching, man. I couldn't wait to drop this episode for you guys, Super Bowl edition.
For
But
sure,
yeah,
man. No, it's funny you mentioned that because I just before, like about 20 minutes before we started recording, I actually watched a clip. I don't know if it was on Instagram or where it was, but they kind of touched on what you were talking about, and they were showing two sides
Sean Taylor. Oh yeah,
of what it was before, and that punter getting rocked by the guy from the Redskins back in 2007, and the new wave, the way that it is now, right? But listen, man, it just shows you that how in a short period of time. I mean, I know it's 2007, but we're talking still under 18 years where the NFL has evolved. What is thing? But I also think it has to do with the way that the kids are now and things are going on now. So yeah, no, flag football, man. Who would have thought, right? But you were mentioning, I don't know if you talked about it, but why do you think the flag football is kind of the thing now? What do you think is that gearing to? Or
I think. Listen, man. There's I think mainly at the end of the day, the NFL is all about making money. The more eyes you get on the game, the more interest you get on the game, the better for the game as a whole, right?
Mhm.
More money in Mr. Roger Goodell's pockets, right? So I think flag football is geared more towards the younger female audience, right? You get them
Mhm.
playing football. Obviously it's not contact; it's contactless, right? In case
For the
you know
most part,
every
yeah, I'm
yeah,
sure
for the
people
most
get
part,
hit roughed up
occasionally
every
you
once
might
in a while.
yeah, you might get an occasional bump or a tackle, but it's accidental, right? That's not it's not something the point of the game. So
Yeah.
you introduce a female audience. Now you have Taylor Swift all over the place. So you got these little girls watching the game because they know Taylor Swift is there. So what better way to bring them to the actual field? Introducing flag football, and I'm not taking away anything away from the guys out there who play flag football. I know there's leagues out there. There's this guy who thinks he's better than Patrick Mahomes. I don't know if you heard about him.
Oh
What's his name?
yeah.
He, he's like
I'm trying to
bro.
remember the name, but there's a couple guys out there that are on YouTube World, and they just
Yeah,
it's like it's a whole new,
it's
it's a whole nother wave, it's a whole nother thing.
it's a whole nother wave, but bro, yeah, you're playing flag football, but you're better than the greatest quarterback to ever live. Okay, all right, buddy. Like, relax,
Yeah,
relax. You might be the best in your world, flag football world, which is
yeah, yeah,
cool.
yeah,
I
yeah.
commend you for that. And not anyone can do it, right? I certainly couldn't go out there and play flag football. Like, for sure,
Have you
these
ever
guys are.
tried to play flag football? Did you ever go out there
Yeah,
when even
I
when
mean,
you were a kid?
yeah, as a kid and stuff, but
You remember the
I was,
yellow? You remember the old buckles with the
yeah,
yellow thing just hanging out and stuff like
exactly.
that?
Like, I was never the agile guy. I was never super agile. But so my flag would just get snatched every,
Damn, dude,
every.
you was just you was like the big just big oaf just running around.
Yeah,
Blue, blue.
yeah, just nah, bro. I had a little skill, but I didn't have that
Okay,
wiggle.
okay. So talk about it. Hold on, you had some skill. What's up?
I had some skill, bro. Like, bro, I can jump. I'm already 6'3", so I mean, I can martial ass easily. But like, I wasn't the fastest, but I had a big body, so I'm like Shaq and Moss at the same time, bro. Like, until I tore up my knees because my son threw the most horrible pass in the planet, Anyway, that's for another day.
That's another story.
But yeah,
But, but when did you start playing? You was this like middle school that you were playing when you were playing flag football at all? Like, or was it high school?
it was just for fun. It wasn't like any leagues or anything like that. It
Okay,
was
so it was
just
like in a PE time when you was in
PE
PE.
type of shit. Yeah, like PE.
Okay.
Put your flag on, or I'm yellow and you're red. It was always yellow and red. I don't know,
Dude, I remember those days, man.
or green
Listen,
and
it
shit.
was fun
Yeah.
though. It was definitely
Nah,
fun,
for sure, for sure, for sure.
but funny you mentioned that because I know my daughter when she was maybe we're talking about 4 or 5 years ago, she was playing in the flag football league in her school and stuff like that. So it was definitely like you said, it is probably gearing towards bringing. Listen, the NFL is trying to attract as many people to the
As many
sport.
eyes as
You
possible, of
know,
course, of
it's a
course.
complete opposite to what baseball is. I don't want to say a complete opposite, but it is complete. It's different than what baseball is, and even basketball. I mean, I think basketball. If I'm not if I'm not misquoting it, I think I read a couple articles that basketball is actually trending down in the United States. I don't know if that's true to some extent, but
Yeah, I've heard a little bit like the ratings are starting to suck, right?
yeah,
Because like
ratings are definitely slumping.
this is not your old school. This is it's a new set of players, man. You got Wemby Yomayama, who's like 90 feet tall, out there shooting 3 pointers from the logo. Like, bro, my mentality. I'm 42 years old school basketball. You go in the paint, you shoot mid-range jumpers, and you shoot the occasional three.
You
You
got
know
the
what I'm saying?
big man.
Everything is
You bouncing inside, boom,
exactly.
getting
And
hit.
the game is won and lost in the paint. If you control the paint, you win the game. That's it. It's as simple as that. You box out, you rebound, you outlet, blah blah blah. The three was occasional, bro. And I'm not like that. That's my era. I'm not talking
Yeah.
about way back there in the 40s and shit when they were doing crazy. I'm not talking about that.
With Jerry
I'm talking about,
West. With Jerry West.
I'm talking about Barkley, Jordan, Pippen, that era. And this new wave is nice, but then it's like a newer wave now. Bro,
Well, it's the Euro. It's the Euro. Remember the
Euro
European
shit.
the European way of basketball. You
Everything is
know,
a three. I'm telling, bro. They out of let's say they take 50 shots. I'm sure they take double that, right?
sure. Yeah.
Out of 50 shots, 45 of them are threes, bro.
Yeah.
Like you got no more big men. The only big man you got is Jokic, and he's dominating because what's this guy's name? The
For the
process.
Pelicans. From the
Embiid,
Pelicans.
Embiid. He's scared to play basketball now. He's just sitting there collecting money. Like we
Yeah.
just say, it's that
Hey,
guy
listen.
he has made more money not playing 125 million than when he plays the actual game, bro. How fucking insane is that?
That's crazy, right? That's crazy how these contracts are. Speaking of basketball, before we move on to like other topics, and I want to circle back to flag football here in a minute, where it becomes more of a patriotic conversation in a minute here. But speaking about the NBA, man, what do you think about? I mean, I don't know sure if you've seen that one, the Jimmy Butler trade,
Yeah,
trade,
I see a bunch of trades,
and then Luca going from the Mavs going to Los Angeles to go play alongside Mr. James. Um, a lot of people are just they're pretty intrigued by those two things, especially the Jimmy thing. Man, Jimmy's definitely been an interesting character. A lot of people are now putting a lot more of it on Jimmy's shoulders and on the Heat organization. Um, the Heat organizations run a certain way by Pat Riley and these boys over there, and they have a certain culture that they do things. And I think Jimmy just wasn't having it. And now I think where's he going? He's going to Golden State, right?
yeah, Golden State.
Interesting. I know we
Bro,
don't really watch a
just,
lot of basketball, but
yeah, I'm not into basketball like that. The Luka trade, that was like blockbuster, most shocking deal I've ever seen, to be honest with you, bro. Like Luka Doncic, bro, who's averaging he last year he averaged like 34 points a game, like
yeah.
damn near a triple double. To get traded away for old aging AD.
Well, AD was balling though, from what I understand. Remember, I don't watch the sport, but he was
injured though. He's constantly injured though.
yeah.
You cannot trust that man. You cannot trust that man. The only reason he got a ring is because he joined LeBron in the bubble. Come on, he's nice, bro. Like, I'm not saying he's not a good player or a great player, but he's aging again, bro. For Luka Doncic though, but
well, listen, man. A lot of people are saying that Dallas might be the winners of this trade. Some people are calling that Dallas is going to be the winners. You got AD, you got who's over there right now,
Kyrie.
You got Kyrie. So they just feel like they're more of The
Nah,
more built. I don't know. I mean, we'll definitely see.
stop playing, bro.
Hey,
Luka
listen,
Doncic
brother.
is a top 3 player in the NBA, bro.
Yeah, but he's hurt as well. That's the
Only
thing.
this year. Only this year.
Only this year, and then I think there's a lot of reports also going out that Luka is definitely difficult to deal with. I don't know. Again, these are all
I think
speculations and
ultimately,
reports.
for sure, for sure, for sure. We'll never know the truth on why they traded him. Listen,
Because
I've heard everything from he's a drunk, that he drinks every day, that he drinks
allegedly,
beforehand.
right? We got to on this.
Allegedly,
Allegedly,
yeah,
everything is
that's what I've heard.
allegedly here.
That's
Yeah,
what I've heard. You know, that he drinks before and after games, and he doesn't take his diet serious. Well, and we can all tell he's not the most in shape basketball player. You know, he's no LeBron, he's no Kobe, he's no Jordan as far as physical, right? But
yeah.
he can, but he's damn near on the court. He's that. He is that.
He's
He
like the
is that.
Dennis Rodman, right? The guy that just goes to the club at 6. I mean, allegedly, is he maybe that guy like Dennis Rodman that goes to the
Right.
club,
He
shows up
is, bro.
wrench?
I wake up drunk. I'm balling. I'm dropping 40. That's it.
It's just
He's that
skill. He
gifted.
just got God given talent. He just got the skill.
He's that gifted. He's that gifted.
Mm,
So, but ultimately, man, I think that played a part. All of that played a part into him getting traded. My main thing, the main reason, in my opinion, in my eyes, he got traded because he was due for the supermax, the
that's the
first
thing.
supermax, the first supermax that they were gonna give. Some players got maxes and shit like that. Supermax, it was like $70 million a year. Dallas saw that shit. I'm like, oh shit, I'm not paying $70 million a year, and it's all guaranteed. It was like about to be like 400 something million.
Yeah. But don't
So
you think though, like if that's that's the guy you drafted, that's your franchise guy. It's like Patrick Mahomes. Like if you're saying if you want to compare it to the NFL, right? Like you got your
yeah, but
franchise
Patty got
quarterback.
rings though. Patty got
No,
rings.
I get that, but what I'm saying is there again, is that a red flag? Because it's like you
What's a
got
red
this
flag?
support, huh?
What's a red
I
flag?
mean, if the team that drafted you and that you've been on a perennial all, you've been an all-star and you are like one of the top players of that league, and
Bro,
the
not
team
even an
that
all-star. Now, he's not even an all-star. He's an all-pro
okay,
for all
exactly.
all
They even
years.
correct me even more. That gives me more fuel. You're talking about all pro. You're talking about the guy, one of the top guys in the league. Why would the team that drafted you get rid of you? I don't understand that.
Listen,
And then
shit
I
will
think
come
they're in the
out.
same
Shit will
conference,
come out.
right? Isn't Dallas in
Yeah,
the
yeah, yeah,
Lakers?
yeah. They're in the
So
West.
none of that. You're training in within your conference. It's not like you're
Yeah,
gonna. Okay, I'll see him in the NBA Finals if I have
right,
to. But
right,
no,
right.
you're gonna be seeing this guy potentially in the playoffs. It's definitely
Listen,
a lot behind the scenes that might be
it's
going
a
on
lot of,
there.
for sure. It's a lot of baggage that's gonna come out within the next few weeks. That we're really gonna. Oh, damn, that's why they traded him. Oh, shit like that. At
Yeah,
the end of the day, man, he is the face of the Lakers. Well, he's damn near the face of the Lakers.
he's
And
going to be eventually.
in about 2 years, he'll be the face of the Lakers. And bro, this guy's amazing. You give him some talent around him, he will take you. He will take you to the promised land.
Well, let's see what
He's
happens, man. He's teamed up now with
speaking of. Yeah, go ahead. With
no,
LeBron.
go ahead. No, go ahead. Speaking of what?
Speaking of trades, Miles Garrett on the loose. Miles Garrett.
Well, yeah, he requested that, right? So Miles Garrett, very
I mean, he's balling.
respectfully, huh?
Bro. Okay, how do we feel about this whole requesting trades, not playing, holding out? Bro, you signed the contract.
Yeah. No, I hear you,
So
but I think what he did, he's not refusing to not play. He's not saying no.
I was just putting everything in one.
Oh, like that.
People that hold out.
Well, I don't have a problem with you requesting a trade, especially for a gentleman like him that he has been faithful to mediocrity. You're talking about, if not the best defensive player in the NFL, and he's on a team that, let's be honest, they're not a running back away from the Super Bowl. They're not a wide receiver away from. They're damn near a whole damn near team from the damn Super Bowl. And again, like he said, I watched him. I don't know if you've watched. Right now in the Super Bowl, they call it the Media Row, where everybody and their mother's
Yeah,
there. Pat McAfee,
yeah.
everybody's there, right? So I've been watching a lot of videos of these guys, coming out to do interviews, and he was very clear about in the interviews, and he was very transparent. He was like, you know, all my personal accolades are great, that's amazing, but I'm in this sport because I
Who
want
did
to
he,
win.
who did he interview with?
I forgot the lady's name. She's like an up and coming beat reporter, an Asian lady. She's it was a really good interview, and it just showed a little bit about his character, about who he was, and but going back to your thing, what you were saying is how do I feel about it? Again, depending on the situation, and not only again, you put Jimmy Butler on one side of the pendulum, and then you put Miles Garrett on the other, and they're complete opposites. One did it with class, and is also just, hey, I'm requesting this. Jimmy was just out there. He was
Holding out,
holding
missing,
out.
missing.
I don't want to go to this team. Don't trade me here. So again, I think it depends how you do it,
Where
and
he made they were waiting on him for I think for an hour or some shit like that, and they were I don't know.
wow,
He showed him an hour late. I forgot what it was, but nah, Jimmy's wilding, bro. Jimmy's
that's a
wilding.
wild thing. So again, back to your question, it goes more. I think to me, it's on a case to case, thing, right? But Miles Garrett, man, he's probably gonna be on the move.
No, yeah.
Um,
They have Tennessee as one of the favorites right now.
but
Tennessee.
why? But why would he want to go to Tennessee?
I'm just saying.
Unless he's full of BS and
No,
he ends
no,
up in Tennessee.
right. But the reasons why they probably have a lot of money. They probably have obviously they have a huge need because they have a need for everything.
Oh, of course.
They're
Well, yeah,
they're
they
another
need
team
a
that
whole damn team.
yeah.
Exactly.
I've already apologized to Tennessee fans out there. Like I'm already I'm
But
already
listen, if
showing
he
them.
goes to Tennessee, the whole thing of what he's saying, all
Yeah,
my accolades,
out
that's
the
all
window.
BS. I
Yeah,
call you
yeah,
bullshit.
yeah,
But
yeah.
if he goes to go play for a team that's a contender, that you're like, hey, these boys are just like when Buffalo, or when
Listen, bro.
who, oh, no, no,
If he goes to Buffalo,
oh, it's
which
wild.
they mentioned him at Buffalo as one of the teams, it's a wrap, bro. It's a
Oof.
wrap for Mr. Patty. It's a wrap for
You got
Mr. Patty.
you got Von Miller, you got
Stop,
this guy.
bro. Stop it.
It'll be
Stop it.
stupid.
Give
Well,
him the Super
it's
Bowl
like
now, bro.
it's like when Von Miller go to the Broncos and then he won the Super Bowl? Wasn't that what he did?
No. He was always drafted.
He was
He was
okay. He
drafted
was drafted,
by
but I forgot which D and one of the DNs. Anyways, I'm sure I forgot the guy's name, but you know, I can see, like I said, if he's gonna go to a team to go win the Super Bowl, hey brother, I think it's a little bit different than basketball to me though with the NFL, because I think there's a lot of different moving parts with the NFL, at least in my opinion. It takes 11 men to go ahead
No,
and
no,
win it.
for sure. Like, I mean, I'm obviously I'm kidding if I'm not kidding, but that would be an amazing team if he goes to Buffalo. But that just doesn't give you the championship automatically, bro. Like
Oh
you
no,
still got to
listen,
play the
man.
game. Josh Allen still has to perform the way he performed this year, and he'll be a missing piece, right? He'll obviously get them even closer, but it
Yeah.
doesn't guarantee you that. Because I remember the Eagles, for example, right? They built a super team. It was Mario. No, not Mario. It was
It was
they
a
built a
shot. It was McCoy. Was that when it went when
they had that
Deshaun Jackson?
cornerback. They had that. They drafted. I mean, they signed the the cornerback from the Raiders, bro. He has a crazy long name, last name, whatever. They built a super team out there, and what do they
Yeah,
do? I don't even think they made the playoffs.
that's
So
crazy.
it's like this is
Listen,
not
because
basketball.
football's
This is
it's not
basketball.
basketball,
It's
because
basketball.
football there's so much that needs to go, so many intricate parts to a team that it's too complex.
It's the
So
ultimate team sport. It's the
it
ultimate
is.
team
Oh man,
sport.
listen, it
Bro,
comes from the coaching.
yeah, from everything. Listen, man, if you got Tyreek Hill and you got if you got Tyreek Hill and Randy Moss on the outside, you got Patrick Mahomes as a quarterback. To any casual, that's a touchdown every single play. What
No,
if what if you say hike and the right tackle misses a block
yeah,
and Patrick Mahomes is on his ass?
oh
What
yeah,
good does Tyreek and Moss do for you on the outside? Absolutely nothing.
yeah.
When Mahomes is on his ass all the time, right?
It's definitely
That's why it's the
obsolete.
ultimate team sport.
Yep. And I think as people grow into maturity as an NFL fan, you start to realize. I know when younger, oh, coaching, all this coaching. I mean, fuck that, man. Just give me the damn players. I want to see like the all stars on my team. But I think as we get older and we mature and we watch this game even more every year, and as years go on, you start to realize how important
Yeah.
coaching is. How important the culture that you built around these
Culture.
players
Culture. Yeah.
it means. Like, going back to you guys, right? Like, even taking the Dolphins, like, you on paper, you guys got track meet. You got Waddle, you had Gasicki out there, you got the cheetah, you got Tua. But again, is the culture, are you guys built, is I'm just using as an example, right? Is the culture there to
No,
win it
it's
to get to the Super Bowl? Can they
there's no
overcome
culture.
adversity? Can they overcome that?
No, there's not. Ray
So
Lewis said. Ray Lewis said it best the other day. I forgot what who he was interviewing. Matter of fact, I didn't even see the interview, to be honest with you. I just saw a quote. I just saw a quote that he was talking about the Dolphins. So all the Dolphins beat writers and Instagram followers and all that shit that I follow, they posted it, right? Obviously, because it's Dolphins related. And he
yeah.
said it. He said it best. We have no leader.
Mm,
We don't have a leader. Our coach is not a leader. Our quarterback is not a leader. Our best players are not leaders. So how do you begin to build a culture? Who do you who does the 53 man, the 53rd man, 52nd, 51st, 49th, 30th? Who do those players follow? You
yeah.
need a leader,
Yeah.
and we don't have that.
Yeah.
That's why we continue to stay in mediocrity. That's why
That's right.
we're the shitty team drafting 13th overall. Always, we don't have a leader. We don't have a voice that goes in there and say, "This is how shit is done, and this is how we're gonna do it going forward." We don't
Yeah.
have that.
You don't have the Bill Belichick, the Andy
We don't
Reid,
have
the
that. We
the
don't
the
have
Todd
that.
Mike Tomlin. You don't have that
We don't have
that
any of that.
that galvanizing voice. Like when he walks in the
Right.
damn room, your hair you stand up straight. You kind of
Right.
you know
Oh,
you know.
oh shit.
Oh
Buddy
yeah, it's
talking.
funny.
Buddy talking.
I love watching Julian Edelman's podcast because he brings a lot of old Patriots
Does he
on.
love? Does he love watching our podcast though?
Oh well, hey, listen, man. Hey, Julian Edelman, watch One Leg Loser podcast, or whatever's coming next. You watch it. You know what I'm saying? But
Exactly.
but
I'm
yeah,
not
we
gonna shout you out again if you don't watch my shit next time.
yeah, no, definitely. But speaking on that, I like watching it because it's like a fly on the wall, and you get to hear these stories of the Bill Belichick's and how fucking maniac he, like how crazy, like how detailed he was and shit like that. Like, I know that's
Yeah.
one of your arch rivals, but just again, I'm just using him as an example of like,
He was that boy, man.
it's
He was
just
that
like,
boy.
it's different, so
Bro,
yeah, no, listen, man.
you don't stumble. You don't stumble into 6 championship rings, bro. You don't just stumble upon that shit.
Nah, you
Like,
build
no,
that.
man.
That's
It
look.
takes it takes your bro. It literally takes your entire being to be that great.
Mm,
Just crazy sometimes, and
it
that's a lot of
does.
people. A lot of people don't want to put in that time.
No,
A
no,
lot of people
it's
don't want to put in that time.
they become upset. It's like an obsession thing. Like, this is
Yeah,
it, right?
yeah, for sure.
Speaking about Andy Reid coming up, as we'll talk about the game here shortly, that's just how many more years can they do this, man? Like, it's like, can this be another like 6-7 championship
Whoa,
dynasty?
but hold on. He said the other day he might. He said he got one more in him, one more year.
One more year.
Yeah. After
Oh,
this, he said he got about one more.
so is Matt
Maybe,
Nagy
maybe, maybe he's felt like he's accomplished everything he needs to accomplish in the league. You know,
maybe. I mean,
he,
but listen, but
he,
these guys like him that are built like him, they
he'll
just can't walk
retire.
away from the game.
Yeah,
They can't
yeah. He'll
just.
retire for a year and then like, oh, I'm fucking itching to come back. Like,
They got to do something. He got, whether
put
he's
me in.
broadcasting, whether he's doing. They got it. Like, even like the
He can't
Brady's,
stay
like
away. He can't
they,
stay
they
away from
can't stay away from this game. Like,
it.
this game consumes them. They're there. But wow, one more year. I didn't.
That's all. Listen, that's all, bro. How do you walk away from the only thing that you know, and you're absolutely a go at it?
Yeah,
Your ego comes into play, like, bro. These
yeah,
guys out here think they doing it. Let me come back. Let me come back and show them how it's done. And
yeah. Right.
Andy Reid got that type of look at Pete Carroll. How old is Pete Carroll? 97?
Yeah. Well, he's in
He's
the
about to,
70. I think Pete's in it, but damn, look at that.
yo, that bitch
Come
is
back
like
to the Raiders.
79, bro. He's 79. What the fuck is he doing coaching the Raiders now? Why would you
It's
take that job?
crazy.
The Raiders?
Again, like you said, it becomes where it's like you're obsessed with the game and you still feel like you have it. You know what I'm saying? They got something to prove. Is it something that, again, I think they're built differently. These coaches that become these great coaches, they're built differently. They have something else. It's like another torque inside. It's another thing inside their head that we just don't comprehend.
Yeah, no, it's wild, man. It's wild. It's wild. It's wild. It's wild.
But
Anyways, bro.
yeah, no,
Anyway.
definitely. But speaking of, I just wanted to touch really quickly back on this flag football stuff. I know how you were like again, kind of not against it, but you were like, yo, this Pro Bowl stuff is not what it used to be.
Nah,
But
it's
I
not.
did learn something, huh?
What do we were saying? Well, they have the now they put on Mickey Mouse glasses and I mean glasses.
Yeah, they're putting on like yeah. I watched like two
Yeah.
minutes of it, and I'm like, dude,
There's
this is
no
what this
competition.
remind me of. You know what this remind me of? Nickelodeon back in the '90s when they had
Yeah,
like those shows, like
they came around.
those weird shows. But
How
but
was that? How was that fun for? I mean, maybe I'm not their target audience anymore. Maybe I'm not.
no, we're not. No,
Maybe it's my 12-year-old son who couldn't wait to put on ESPN flag football or the
yeah,
competition shit.
yeah.
Like, I
Well,
don't
that's
know,
what
man.
it is, Jose.
They ain't
I
got no
think you
money
did the nail
though.
on the head,
They ain't got no
huh?
money. I got the money. My
Yeah.
12-year-old ain't got no money. So
But believe it or not, but
your
hold on.
audience.
Yes, the 12-year doesn't have any money, but he's the one that tells daddy, daddy, daddy. And not only that, he's a 12-year-old that if you get him hooked, if you hook him in young, you're gonna be able to take their money when they get older. So
That's true.
I don't think they do this
Speaking of
out
that,
of just
oh,
they know
speaking
what
of
they're
flag
doing.
football, he's starting flag football in April.
Look at that. So that's what I'm
Yeah,
saying.
he's
See, it just they know what they're doing. But on a more serious note about flag football, I read the report, and I think we talked about it here briefly when we thought we were recording the episode, but we were not, ladies and gentlemen. We could touch about that in a bit. But um, flag football is going to be a part of the Olympics, man.
yeah. Wow, wild.
It's
So
crazy.
yeah, so it's like so each country each I don't know when this started, but each hosting country they
Mhm.
get to add a sport. So
Yeah.
this upcoming Olympics in 2028, I believe, America decided to add flag football. And again, I just think that's just you know it brings it doesn't just say men come play football. It's gonna be females, women, young ladies, whatever. Come on, come on. If you play football, if you play flag football, come play.
But let me
Come
ask
try
you
to.
this though. But are you saying? I mean, again, from my
Well, I don't know.
understanding, from my
It's
understanding,
only
because I
only
know they
men.
asked a lot of the NFL guys, and they're like,
Yeah,
"I'm gonna
yeah.
go play." Because even Tyreek Hill, speaking about a Dolphin here, Tyreek Hill said that he's gonna go. If I know, but anyways, he said that he would be honored to go play flag football for the United States because he wants to be able to tell his grandkids, I won a gold medal. I am a Olympian. Like I won something in the Olympics. So again, I think which I think the way that it's going to be is that NFL guys are going to go play in the Olympics. You're talking about you're going to have the best of the best,
Yeah.
going out there to play against the country. And the beautiful thing is that like each country could bring their own players. And like even speaking about a Kansas City Chief, Mr. Pacheco, he might go play for Puerto Rico because he's half Puerto Rican, so he might go play for Puerto Rico.
Yeah, but let's be honest here. America's gonna
Oh no,
fuck
man!
up.
It's literally like the dream team. It's like
Yeah,
the NBA. It's like
we gonna
the basketball.
we about to spank them, bro.
Oh,
We about to,
you're gonna get your ass. Man,
like
listen, imagine
like Puerto Rico.
if-
You might get Pacheco like you mentioned. This guys, I'm Puerto Rican, but if whatever we got, right? America's gonna
man,
spank it ass,
listen,
bro.
Bad
Like
Bunny ain't gonna come on there and no no.
who?
Imagine. Okay, you got Justin Jefferson, your outside guy. You put
Tyree,
Chase. Let's
Chase,
let's put Tyreek in the slot. Let's put Tyreek in the slot, and
right?
let's put Chase on the outside over there. And then you
Yo,
got
okay,
Kelsey as
but it's
you got
flag though.
Kelsey.
Yeah, but it's flag though. So you need guys with wiggle. You need guys to be shaking them hips.
Oh,
You know what I'm
Justin
saying?
Jefferson. Justin Jefferson know how to wiggle them. Pause. That's kind of weird, but
He can shake them hips. He
he's a
shake them
shifty
hips.
dude. He's a
He's
shifty
shifty.
man. Shifty
See,
guy.
like, but
Shifty
we
guy.
can't have Patrick Mahomes at quarterback. Is what I'm saying. We gotta
Okay,
have.
you
We
got
gotta
Lamar Jackson. You got him.
bro. Give me the goal, bro. Give me the goal. Just give
You
me the
got
goal, bro.
you got Lamar Jackson. You got Tyreek Hill. You got Justin Jefferson. They say you got Chase. You got
Chase.
Kelsey, and then you want
Oh,
to put
that's retiring, bro.
you want to
Give
put
me
Kittle. You Kittle. You're gonna put Kittle as
give me some wiggle, bro. Give me who got wiggle at tight end, bro?
listen.
Maybe Kittle, I guess.
Kittle
Maybe I
got
guess.
the. You want Kittle? Oh, that would be
Nah, it's
crazy.
already nasty. Kyle Pitts, maybe his ass. He's sorry. He's sorry. He sucks. He sucks.
Listen, Kyle Pitts is one of the
Give me
other
Johnu Mitty, Johnu Smith.
Janu
No, no.
Smith. Damn. Yo, well, listen, man. In a couple years, God willing, we're gonna be able to see it come to fruition. We're gonna see what it looks like, and we're gonna see who's gonna be playing.
But listen. So going back to the Olympics, right? Like each country gets to add a sport, blah blah. Who the hell decided to add breakdancing, man? Like it's got to be a sport, though.
Dude, I watched that for I turned it on.
Sport.
And I think you mentioned to me that you've never really watched the Olympics, and I could kind of say the same thing, right? We could talk about that in a minute here, but I turned that shit on. I turned that shit on, and I literally sat there for 10 seconds, and I watched it. I said, how many brain cells that I just fucking burned in my head? Like, I just started to laugh. I'm like, what am I fucking watching here? You see the lady there popping and locking, and it's like,
and she was the worst.
It was
I've never
crazy.
seen breakdance. My cousin could break dance better than her, bro.
That shit was wild.
Listen, man. Listen. No offense to people who love Olympics and to root for their country. This is and that. Listen, man. I'm proud American. I'm extremely patriotic. But
Ice. He's just saying that. Ice. He's just saying that. But so
anyways, as far as like the whole competing, like it doesn't bring me any joy because ultimately, and it's probably ignorant of me because I just don't know. Like I don't know India's swimmer, I don't know China's swimmer or high diver, and this and that. I don't know it, so because it doesn't really interest me. I know names like Michael Phelps and the
Simone, Simone from Simone, because I think those are more world. It's a whole world. It's a world thing for them. Like they're just bigger than it, you know.
They capture the media and then man, they fucking blast it everywhere, So those type of people, and then obviously they're great at what they do. But I'm not sitting there watching guys swimming, bro. Like it's just not, man. It's just not. Man.
Listen, man. I know people. I've known people that they're very in tune to the Olympics and like they watch every event, very in tune to it. And listen, like you said, you got to give them respect. I know. To my understanding, is like they're training for 4 years, right? To be on the platform of the world's best. So, kudos to them.
That's got to be that's got to be like a huge an amazing feeling to represent your country.
Yeah,
because bro, to go out there and because essentially you're the best that your country has to offer, right?
Imagine
there are officials.
Yeah, it just I don't mean to interrupt you here, but just want to put this in perspective. They talk about how small the percentage of people that become an NFL player. Imagine the percentage of the people that actually play, like do the Olympics, right? That's even more. That's even of a smaller percentage.
If you sit there and think about it, you're like, damn, bro. Because let's say China has, I mean, they have one of the biggest countries, right? They have billions.
Like billions.
Right?
They got like a billion motherfucking folks over there. Yeah.
So we chose you, bro, to represent us in whatever sport. That's an amazing accomplishment, bro. Just to make it there.
Yeah.
Let alone fucking win a medal, whether it's bronze, silver, or gold. If you win gold, bro, okay, I'm kind of like talking myself into.
You're talking yourself into it, right? That would be wild.
I understand it now. I'm like the fucking sharpshooter. I understand it now. But like, regardless, I'm not watching that shit.
No, listen, man. I'm not watching the swimming. I'm not watching some of the events.
They're doing backstrokes and shit.
Nah, I'm not watching that. But if you do tell me like, hey, flag football is in there. Oh, I'm
definitely watching that.
Oh, I'm watching.
I know the players. I know the players that we're gonna send, and we're gonna send like
Oh,
some shit that you just can't
I think
handle, bro.
I already called the lineup. Watch us in 4 years. That well, no, it
It
might
might
be,
be
but
different because Lamar
yeah, we're
might be
talking about four
that will
years
be
out. Yeah, guys might not
yeah,
be the
3 years,
same.
3 years. Yeah,
Might
it
not
ain't
be
gonna
the
be.
same, but
It's gonna be whole NFL. It's gonna be a different NFL in 3 years, bro.
it's gonna
Like
be
you know what I'm
Arch
saying?
Manning. It's gonna be Arch Manning and
Arch
nah,
Manning, yeah, yeah, yeah. Yo,
and
speaking of the Mannings, yo, who was it, man? I think it's Peyton Manning's son, bro. He had that throwing bombs already, bro. Peyton Manning's son is
it's
crazy.
bro,
Yo,
it's
that whole with lineages or something like that, whatever that bloodline is
look at
insane.
us, man. Sorry, guys, we're not the most
Yeah, I can't.
lineage,
Lineage. Yeah.
lineage.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, bro. That whole thing is, bro. That bloodline is insane, bro.
yo, they
Just
just
give me
breed
Archie Manning in
quarterbacks.
2 years, bro. Give me Archie Manning in 2 years, bro.
They
That's it.
just breed
Archie Manning.
quarterbacks, bro. They just
Yeah, they
breed
breed, bro.
effing quarterbacks, dude.
Speaking of
Um,
quarterbacks, man, who's the best quarterback in this game?
dun, 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 dun. Well, listen, man. Listen, I think that's one of the dumbest questions you've asked in the show because, like, come on,
It was
bro. Like,
rhetorical, man. It was
listen,
rhetorical.
respects to Mr. Hurts, but bro, like,
Let's
Patty
be honest.
Mahomes is got he's on
God
his
tier, bro.
pedestal. He's on his
He's
pedestal
God tier.
by
God tier.
himself.
Yeah, he's
Yeah,
God tier. Bro. He's God tier.
he's on
So
that tier by
how do
himself.
we break this game down? You want to go position by position? Or do you? I mean, we already have a ticket out there,
Yeah.
but we tell the people the ticket, um, what are your thoughts? What are your thoughts on the game? Come on, talk to me. Talk to me.
Listen, well, how I think we should, kind of go about this game. We could go however we go. We just go by the flow of it. It's the last game of the year. It's the last hoorah of the year. But before we go and dive into this game, I want to pay my respects to the patriot for the monarch of the NFL. Again, you could say of the modern NFL. Today we got bad news in Bears Nation that Virginia McCaskey passed away at 102 years old. She was literally born when football was invented to some
Wow.
extent, to the most extent. So she is like literally the last of the like living persons that could say that I was there when this thing like started, you know.
Yeah.
So yeah, we today news came out today she passed away at 102 years old. Um so yeah, no, without the Miskowski family, not trying to toot my own horn as a Bears fan, without them, this whole thing that we're talking about today and this sport that we love, and that we so much are in tune into our lives wouldn't even be around if it wasn't for Papa Bear, George Hallis, and creating, being a founder of this thing, what we call this $1 billion entity that we call now the National
Yeah.
Football League. So
This shit about to be a trillion someday, bro.
it's funny you mentioned that because I was watching how like what each team the last time it sold for. You know how much the Bears sold for the last time it was sold?
I don't even know.
Take a
I wouldn't
guess.
even guess.
But take a
What
guess.
they the last time it sold?
The
Okay,
last
what
time
year
that
did they sell? What year did they sell?
I can't
What year?
tell you. Just take a guess of a dollar amount.
I mean, you got to give me some kind of clue, man.
Well,
Did they
listen.
sell it?
Okay, listen. The Bears have never been sold because Papa
Well, shit,
Bears
that was a
owned
trick question then.
so. But when he founded them, when the Bears were
Okay,
found,
$1,000.
$100, bro.
I was gonna say $100 too.
a
Fuck, I was gonna
hundred
say $100.
dollars. That's the
Okay.
last time the Bears were
Yo,
sold.
how much you guys worth today? I
I
mean,
think I think the last time I looked at it, we're like in the top. I know we're in top 10. I think we're worth over like $4-5 billion.
okay. I
So,
think Jerry's World is
oh
the
yeah,
most, right?
I think Dallas is the most expensive franchise. Are you looking it up by any chance? Are you taking a look there?
Yep. So we got Dallas.
Mm-hmm.
Wow, this is very interesting.
Yeah.
So we got Dallas at 1. Who do you think is at 2?
Um,
Shit.
I'm gonna go with a
This,
charter squad, either Pittsburgh. I wouldn't be surprised the Giants.
this list is not which. Okay, Giants are at
Um,
4.
okay, 4. Um,
This is
give me a clue. Give me a clue. AFC or NFC team?
All right, so I'm just gonna read them to you. So we
Okay.
got Dallas at 1. We got the LA Rams at 2. The LA
Interesting.
Rams, bro.
Damn.
Then we got
Okay.
the Patriots, all those damn Super Bowls,
Yeah.
We got Giants at 4. We got the New York Jets at number 5.
Damn.
Then we got San Francisco. We got the Raiders. We got Eagles at 8. Bears at 9.
Okay,
Worth
so I was in the top
six,
10. Yeah.
6.4 billion. You got the Commanders at 10,
Well, but
6.3.
I think they're doing that also because of the owner, how rich the owner is. Because the Commanders now they're owned by they're not owned by one individual. I think Magic Johnson's part owner of the
I think
Commanders
you're
now,
probably
right?
right because I Google. It says Forbes list of most valuable NFL teams. So this is
I
the
think
list
though, but I do think that it does have to do a lot with the owners
with the
because
owners. Okay,
yeah, I think the
well,
owners
maybe.
play a
I
role
mean,
in that
we're 11 at 6.2 billion, and
because of your guy. 'Cause
Ross is like he's a trillionaire himself. So
that's what I'm saying. So I think that number plays into what the owner's actual net worth is as well, outside of just the football team. Um, but damn, to turn $100 into multiple billions of dollars in 100 years.
I think that was a pretty good investment.
Oh man, listen, man. Listen, we wouldn't even be on this podcast right now if if that
Goodness.
investment wasn't made, man. It's crazy.
No, bro. Listen. I googled the 10 most valuable franchises. I mean, I'm getting the same list: Dallas, Rams,
Yeah, I'm
Giants,
sure.
Patriots. But no, it's kind of flip flop a little bit because we're at 7, so I don't know what that means. And you guys are out of the top 10. I don't know what that means, bro. Listen,
Yeah.
bro. At the end of the day, I don't think I'll be able to be able to afford a
Oh
franchise.
no, no. We just we
But you
donate
never
our money.
know. But you never know. But you
We
never know.
we donate
You
our
never.
money to these people. But going back to the game, so how do you want to dice and splice this game up? What do you want to? How do you want to
Man,
get into
I
this
think.
game?
Listen, I first of all, I don't care who wins or loses the game. I truly don't. Um, on one side, I think the Eagles are the better team overall. I think people that listen to podcasts, I think you've heard the same things over and over and over because everybody and their mama got a podcast. I think they're the better team overall. They got the better running. They got the best running back in the game. They got the best O line in the game. They got the better receivers in the game. They got the better defense in the game. The only thing that the Chiefs have over the Eagles is the quarterback, obviously, because he's God tier,
Yeah,
and the coach, which we already established means a hell of a lot. A lot of people hate Sirianni or dislike the guy. He's not a good coach. This and that. But the guy's he's been in the Super Bowl
twice.
twice out of the last 4 years. And the first time without Saquon Barkley. So
Yeah,
now you give him Saquon Barkley and the best O line in the game with the best defense in the game, Vic Fangio. How do you not pick the Eagles? How do you not pick the Eagles? On the flip side, I love history. Not history like world history in America. That's Jaden and my son, and I don't care. I truly don't care. No offense to people who like that shit. It's just ain't my stuff. It's not me. Football history. I love watching history be made. And Patrick Mahomes has the opportunity with Andy Reid to do something that we've never seen.
never.
And that to me is so fucking intriguing, bro. Because who's to say in our lifetime we're ever gonna see this? I could be like on my deathbed, like, oh, bro, I saw the only 3P, so suck on that. You know what I'm saying? Like, wow, right? Like for real. Like you never seen the 3P. Like I've seen it though. Like the people who say, oh,
Yeah,
I saw the 70, the perfect season. They got that over me. You know, I'm gonna have this over them. But at the end of the day, if you ask me where my money's going, I'm going with the better team, the better players, to a certain extent. My money's on the Philadelphia Eagles. My
oof.
money's on the Philadelphia Eagles. The
Okay.
entire world is gonna tell you don't ever bet against Mahomes. You can't bet against Mahomes. If Mahomes has the ball at the end, he's gonna win. The whole world is telling you that shit.
Yeah.
I'm a contrarian. I'm going opposite.
I'm with
There's
the
a reason.
world. Nah.
There's a there's a reason. There's a reason why no one has ever three-peated. There's a reason.
Oh
It's
yeah, listen,
fucking
man. It's
impossible, bro. It's impossible to
it's
do.
it's 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 it's
There's
it's
a
like you said.
reason.
It's a feat that not even the great Tom Brady and Mr. Bill Belichick were able to accomplish.
Listen, you bring up Tom Brady. When Tom Brady was 18-0 or 17-0, I believe.
Yeah, at that
He
time, 17-0.
17-0.
Oh, 16-0. Were they 16? I think it was 16 game season at the time,
No,
or
bro,
was it?
they won 16. They won 8. They were 18-0. 18
Okay,
zero.
18-0.
They were gonna win the Super Bowl to go 19-0. But Mr. Eli Manning said, "No, sir.
With the immaculate catch. With the
No,
catch.
sir."
Yeah.
From the fucking wild card, bro. They made it to the wild card that year. Eli Manning, his big ass balls, said, "No, the
Suck
train's
on
not
me.
here.
Hold my beer, motherfucker.
Suck on this, bitch." And they won. They beat their ass, bro. I bet you, bro. The public lost so much money on that. I'm pretty sure the public
I'm sure it
lost
was, man. It must have been a lot of at that
millions
time.
of
Well,
dollars.
at that time, I don't think there was a draft. We didn't have DraftKings or nothing like that. The sports books,
Yeah,
the
there's bookies
bookies
out
lost
there,
a
bro.
lot. The bookies lost a lot of money on that time. But listen, man, I can't argue with what you're saying. I really can't. I could see where you're coming from, and I could see what you're saying. But this is my vision here. Again, you just said we are on the cusp of seeing something that we as NFL fans have never seen before, not in only in our lifetime, but in any time within the NFL with a three-peat of a championship team. This is my vision of the way I see it. I see the Eagles as this. How can I say this, man? They're the guys with the big balls. Like they're coming in there swagged out, just like the young pup coming in
Hey,
there,
bring
just
it to me.
like yeah, bitch, bring it, like babe, bring it to me. Like they're the guy that's gonna be like, I'm the guy, I'm the young alpha guy. But then on the flip side, you got the cool, calm. I've been there. I've done this, little young man. Before I've done this before, little young man. Kansas City Chiefs
My
with
phone's over there.
Andy Reid, um,
Win a
Patrick
ring.
Mahomes, the Kelsey. And then what I also think is kind of like the X factor for me on this particular game is the fact that Kansas City's defense is in for again for the most part in a while has actually kind of held this team up as the offense has found their groove throughout the season when they turn that switch on. So I'm gonna say this. I don't see. I might go with KC on this one. I mean, I could see the Eagles winning it, but I'm not gonna say that. Hey, Kansas City's not gonna have the opportunity to win this game, and that's because I think their defense is also
Of course not.
been playing.
Of course, there's no way in hell that Mr. Patrick Mahomes is not going to keep this game close.
Yeah.
There's no way. There's a reason why I put Eagles 5.5. Like, there's a reason,
Mm,
bro. Like,
okay.
I'm terrified of Patrick and
All right.
Andy,
All right.
for sure. But I just can't get off the Eagles, man. I just can't get off the Eagles in
Okay.
this spot and this thing. And bro, and of course, Patrick and I just either way, I don't see a blowout. This game is very similar to the Bills game, right? Where you were saying I remember you were saying Kansas City. I mean, I'm sorry, Bills, Bills, and I was like, bro, like, and we went with the Bills because I agree with you that it wasn't going to be a blowout. So I
Yeah.
was like, all right, Bills +7 for sure, and we won that leg, right?
Yeah.
But ultimately, I kept telling you, KC doesn't lose these games, bro. They don't lose these games,
Yeah.
But this and this is a game that they also don't lose, right? But this is a different beast right here. This is a different beast, man, in a different spot. It's like when everyone says to me, in my opinion, when everyone says this team is gonna obviously win,
Yeah.
that's when they lose.
Mm.
That's when they lose. So listen, man, it's a toss-up. I don't honestly, if you like the Eagles like I like the Eagles, I'm taking them plus points. I'm moving
Well,
that
we are
plus
taking the
one.
Eagles plus 5. We're five and a
Right.
half, right?
Yeah. Tickets already in. I'll share you. I'll share with you guys in a bit. The tickets already in. +5. I moved it from +1 to +5.5. I feel comfortable there because it's not going to be a blowout. It's just not. And I truly think the Eagles are going to win the game outright. I think Saquon's going to run the hell out of that fucking ball. If they couldn't stop Joe Mixon and they couldn't stop James Cook, great running backs in their own right.
Yeah, but that's a different
Ain't no,
level. Yeah, but
Saquon.
but Sa- but
They ain't
Saquon's
no
in a different
Saquon,
level.
bro.
Yeah.
They ain't no Saquon, and they ain't no the offensive line that these guys have ain't that, bro. You know what I'm saying?
Well, listen, Spagnola got a lot. He's gonna Spagnola's gonna have a lot of sleepless nights
Nola
between.
hasn't slept since he beat the Bills, bro. I can, I can confirm he hasn't slept since he played the Bills.
Oh
So,
shit.
I mean, that's just. I mean, listen, man. The Chiefs, man, they got a lot of firepower, man. Kareem Hunt, Kelsey. I feel like Kelsey's gonna have a great game. Listen, the Eagles' defense is not. You can penetrate them, bro. It's not unpenetrable. Like you can score on them, obviously, right?
Yeah.
Look at Washington, right? They were moving the ball. They were
Oh
moving the
yeah,
ball pretty
Washington was
good.
moving. It was moving the ball down. They were moving the ball down the
It, it,
field.
it was just the turnovers that screwed them up. So that game could have been a lot different if Eckler didn't fumble, if the wide receiver didn't fumble. It was that game was very interesting at first, right? But then
Definitely.
fumbles, and then they couldn't stop them on defense. So but that's another thing. Mahomes and them boys, they don't make those mistakes. And that's what I was telling you about. That's what I was telling you about the Washington game, right? They were getting lucky that Detroit had all these fumbles and these turnovers, blah blah. And then on the flip side, and it turned out that they were the ones having the turnovers,
Yeah.
and Philly did it.
Yeah.
This is gonna be a very very interesting Super Bowl,
No,
man. It's gonna be an awesome Super Bowl, I think.
I think for the most, like you said, for the real, not I don't want to say the real NFL fans, but like the more in tune fans that are like very intrigued. I think I agree with you in this aspect of this is going to be a very interesting game. But I think a lot of people. Let's talk about what people like the the average fan, right? I think they're kind of tired of this though. They're tired of seeing the Chiefs in the Super Bowl again. Is that why probably a lot of people are going to vote for the Eagles on this one? Because I'm tired of seeing these damn Chiefs. Are the Chiefs going to be the new Patriots that we're just fucking tired of seeing them every year in this damn game?
I used to think like that, right? I used to think, the Patriots again, all the Patriots again. Bro, if you're the best fucking team, you're the best fucking team, bro. I mean,
I
what the
agree.
hell? What the hell
I
you gonna
agree.
do? Like, you just don't
You got to
watch
beat
it.
me.
Are you not gonna watch the game? Like, you're not gonna do that. So, like, let's not say you're gonna do that. Like, listen, this team has earned the right to be here, both of them. So it is what it is. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't have a problem with this matchup. I do not have a problem with this match because I
I
want to
don't
see
either.
great football. I want to see
Yeah.
great football. And this
Yeah.
this this game, in my opinion, it will be a great game. It's going to be back and forth. Whoever it might be, whoever has the ball last is gonna win the game. You
I
know.
think I think I do not disagree with you. I think it might go down to the last drive. It may
So
it might go down to a field goal.
it might come down to a field goal, and if it comes down to a field goal, Philly, you fucked up. You fucking lost because your boy is missing all type of shit over there, man. He's missing.
so
He's, that guy's missing so many field goals. It's insane.
so let's not Philly don't allow it to come down to the field goal.
Yeah, don't allow it to come down. Listen, I'm gonna tell you like this, right? I feel like if Philly wins the game, it's a complete I feel like they dominate them. I feel like if Philly wins the game, I feel like they dominate them. They beat them by six or seven points, 10 points maybe. That's the only way you're gonna beat Patrick Mahomes. You can't
That's a
go.
wild thought though. That's like a like I can only envision if that happens, like the sideline view of Patrick Mahomes sitting on the bench and then them panning out to Kelsey
Yeah,
and then
but
going to Taylor Swift just sitting in the box just with her head down.
sounds
Because like you
about right.
said, huh? Is that what you're predicting? Is that what you're
Yeah, yeah.
saying?
It sounds about right. Listen, I got the Eagles. I got the Eagles winning the game. That sounds about right. Listen, let's not act like we haven't been here before. Mr. Patrick Mahomes, as great as he is, he's lost a Super Bowl before.
That's true.
So, there's a way to win. There's a way to beat him. And
100.
that's getting in his ass. And
And
Mr.
that's what
Jalen,
and
and
is
that's
that where the Eagles defense is the X factor?
what they do. Mr. Jalen Carter is gonna get in his ass, and all them other boys gonna get in his ass. They create turnovers. They're not the number one defense because they just stumbled upon it.
They
Vic
are who
Fangio
they
got
are.
the boys
They
balling.
are who we thought they are.
You know, Vic, yeah, exactly. Vic Fangio got them boys balling. I know, and then people gonna tell you, oh, but Patrick Mahomes is 8-0 against Vic Fangio, which is very true. But that's Vic Fangio most of it when he played for Denver because they're in the same the same comp in the same
Same
division.
division,
He had
yeah.
shitty teams, blah blah. That was last year on our shitty defense when he was our defensive coordinator. So they count all those little wins, which are all right, cool. You Patrick Mahomes, as great as he is, right? I mean, he's so great. He knows what you're gonna throw at him, anyways, right? But I don't know when you got greatness at coach and you got greatness at players,
As the skilled players, you got the edges, you
skill
got the
positions.
guys in the
You
interior.
got Slay, you got Jalen Carter, and you know what? This defense doesn't have a lot of big names. They actually have
No.
some rookies on there too, like Cooper Dean. I think some
Yeah,
white boy
Cooper Dean. That's the corner,
safety
right? The corner or the
or
safety.
safety,
The
bro. He's
safety.
back, bro. He
Cooper
back.
Lejeune.
Yeah, Cooper DeJean. That dude's back. Their linebacker. Fuck. Their linebacker, bro. He's a rookie, and he might be up for defensive player of the year. It's
I
crazy.
yes.
Their cornerback is a rookie, number 27, Quentin Mitchell. I believe isn't it Quentin something like that. Them boys is balling. Is my point, man. Them boys is
Listen,
balling.
like you said, it's not a lot of big names out there, but they're a unit. They're playing as one, and it just shows you how, like you said, this team is an 11-man sport, and if one man is not doing his job, it fucks up everybody. But if everybody's doing their job, then fuck you, you end up in the spots where you ended up where the Eagles are right now in the Super Bowl with the chance to win the Super Bowl. So yeah,
Yo, so I
man.
was gonna ask you, right? So I can't pull up our first ticket. But I did want to create a few tickets with you here for the people that are watching and listening. I did want to create an anytime touchdown ticket, and I wanted to create a little parlay. Just like receiving, rushing, receptions, all that good stuff. But let's create it together. Give me your first anytime touchdown, any team. Let's say we'll go 2-2. 2-2. You pick two, I
Okay.
pick two.
Okay. So my two are gonna be.
Just give me one. Give me one first.
I'll give you Hunt, Kareem Hunt.
Kareem Hunt. Okay, not bad. Okay, I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go a little bit off the beaten path.
Beaten path.
Off the beaten path. I'm gonna go Devonta Smith. I'm gonna go Devontae Smith.
Okay,
I'm gonna
Devontae
go
Smith.
Devontae Smith.
Okay, I'm gonna go a little bit off a beaten path myself. I want Patty Mahomes to run one in.
Ooh, I like that. I like that. It's gonna be a juicy one right here.
I want Patty Mahomes to run
Okay,
one in.
Patty Mahomes gonna run one in. All right. I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go over to the Eagles. Seems like you strong Chiefs. I'm gonna go strong. I'm going.
No, I think this is where we
Going
start. So
Eagles.
we.
I'm going Eagles. I'm going to go. Devonta got one. I'm gonna keep it. I'm gonna keep it. I'm gonna keep it. I'm gonna keep this one nice and simple for everybody. For the folks at home, Mr. Saquon Barkley,
Okay,
the
can't go wrong with
MVP of
that.
the game. The MVP of the game, by the way. The MVP of the game. Go, Mr. Saquon Barkley. So that, ladies and gentlemen, that brings you to plus 5,000.
Whew.
And these parlays, these that we give out, that are just like off the cuffs, right? They're not like too much thought into it. We just like kind of say, okay, this touchdown, that guy, blah 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 blah. That we don't put extreme research into it. Like our main ticket that we did, right? It took us about a week and a half to come up with that ticket. It's on TikTok, by the way. If you guys want to check it out, I'll post the link down below. Honestly, I want to give it to you guys right now. I just can't bring that shit on the top of my head. But 5,000 here. If you guys want to put like, Let's say you do $10. Hey, that's $510. You just need four. You just need four people to score a touchdown. That's not
Which is
bad.
not too bad. It's not too bad.
Not
That's
too
pretty.
shabby, you know. If you guys
Light work.
feeling, yeah, it's light work. If you guys feeling fucking extra crispy, 25 brings you 12.75. Again, this is on the Hard Rock app. Down here in Florida, that's all I have. Um, I know, Rick. You have access to FanDuel,
I got everything. I got
yeah,
FanDuel. I got
fucking
DraftKings.
DraftKings,
Everything.
all that good stuff. It's just we get the boost. We the extremely nice boost down here. But yeah, so that's one right there. That's one for you if you like that one. Patty Mahomes. We're definitely gonna put that one in. Matter of fact, we're gonna put $10 each. So 10 510. So we got Patty Mahomes, we got Saquon Barkley, Devontae Smith, and Kareem Hunt. That's a four-legger, 5 plus 5,000, $10 gets you $510. Lock that in, folks. Lock that in.
Lock it in.
Lock that shit in. All right. So how do you see the game going, Ray? How do you see it? Do you see this game being a high scoring game? Is it a low scoring game? What is it? It's gonna be because Spagnola, he hasn't slept in a week and a half. That's confirmed. He called me. He said, "Bro, I can't sleep.
So I
I
can't
can't.
sleep. I'm like I'm
I
dozed
can't
out.
sleep." And when he was talking to me, he was like, "Bro," he was barely talking. I just heard that Barkley. He just kept saying Barkley. I gotta stop Barkley. I gotta start Barkley. So do you think that's his plan, or was he daydreaming, or can he stop Barkley? Is
I
Barkley gonna
mean,
run wild on him?
they're gonna have to load the box. They're gonna load the box,
Okay,
and 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 Jalen Hurts is gonna have to beat him with his arm. I mean, that's if
that's the
that's
game
what
plan. It's got to be the game plan, right?
it's got to be. They got to put pressure on Jalen Hurts.
So who's so
Spagnola's
who
been. Huh.
so who balls out?
I think it's gonna be. I think the beginning of the game is gonna be a little bit not what people were hoping for in regards to like a shootout from the beginning. I think this is gonna be like a heavyweight boxing match. I think it's gonna start off slow. Uh, I wouldn't be surprised if you see a couple three and outs or just a field goal here and there, um, starting off the game. And then I think, going whether into the late second or the after the half, I think that's when they're going to start opening up. I think that's when defenses are going to start maybe getting a little tired. And they're going to start to figure shit out, whether it be
Yeah,
the Kansas City Chiefs or the Eagles. They're going to figure things out. And I think that's when the game is really going to start taking off
taking
after
off
the half, whether late second quarter or after the half, where things start to take off. At least in my way, I kind of see the game playing itself
for
out.
sure, for sure. Before we get into that, give me a first time touchdown. First time. Who's gonna score the first touchdown of the game?
Barkley,
Barkley scoring the first touchdown of the game.
think so.
Okay. So Barkley first touchdown score. It's one of the obvious ones,
Oh yeah,
but it's still it depends on how much money you want to put on it. $10 brings you $47. So I'm not
who's the
sure.
other running back of the Eagles? Who's the other running back?
Gainwell?
Is that the rookie?
No, he's been there for a while. Gainwell, Kenneth Gainwell, I believe his name is.
Hmm.
He's plus 6,000. So $10 brings you 610.
That's good. It's a nice payday.
A nice payday. If you want to keep thinking on it, I do have a name. I do like him for an anytime touchdown. Jahan Dotson. Jahan Dotson. Remember that name. Because the Super Bowl, right? Yes, there's fucking superstars all over the place. But how do you actually win these Super Bowls? You got to go to the unsung heroes. The Kenneth Gainwells, the Jahan Dotsons. So I might, these little parlays that I might be putting in, I might be putting in Jahan Dotson in there for anytime touchdown, and that guy brings in, quite a bit of coin. For the
Oh,
first touchdown of the game, plus 4,000, $10 gets you, $410.
400.
So, and then all you gotta do is score for the first touchdown. And if you add them to a parlay, just fucking you skyrocketing. You know
It
what I'm saying?
skyrockets throughout the roof there.
Skyrocketing. So this is the time. So obviously, I keep saying $10, $10, because it's just one game, guys. We're not gonna sit here and bet $100 a bet, because that's just absolutely ridiculous. Just because of the Super Bowl doesn't mean you just gotta go crazy. You know what I'm saying? So we were to give you guys the The 4-leg anytime touchdown, which is Barkley, Kareem Hunt, Devontae Smith, and who was I say? And who did you say?
Didn't I say on the anytime touchdown?
Yeah, you
It
said
was
Hunt. Oh,
Patrick Mahomes.
Hunt, Patrick Mahomes, Devontae Smith, and Barkley. And now I'm giving you Jahan Dotson, first time touchdown. I mean, he's first to score the touchdown in the game. And you're going with Barkley.
Give me Pacheco. I changed my
You
mind.
Pacheco. Ooh, that was nice. That was not bad. That was not bad. I think Pacheco finally comes in and he does something.
Well, he
Everybody
has
was
to. He has to
he
because he has
yeah,
not been playing to his potential. He hasn't been
yeah.
playing to the potential of last year's Super Bowl.
I mean, the
He
man
is.
broke his leg though. The man broke his leg.
Hey, but listen, now you're in the Super Bowl. This is the last
Right.
game of the year, so you gotta
It's
come. You
time.
gotta
It's
come
time.
with it.
Right. You got to come
Leave
with
it
it.
all on the field. Leave it all out there. That's
Right.
it. You gotta leave
No,
it
for
all out
sure.
there.
That's a fact. So that's the first time TD for Pacheco is plus 1,200. That's a nice little payday. This is all depending on how much you guys decide to put on each bet. That's your money. Your money's your money. No financial advice. We put what we want. What we decide is a decent bet. Again, you guys can do what you want. So okay. So before we head out, you saying it's going to be a low scoring game.
Well, I think it may. I think it may be plus 40.
Hmm?
I think it may be. I think it may be over 40. I just think it's gonna start off on the slow end.
Okay, over 40. So okay, over 40. All right. But do you think it gets over 49? 48 and a half was 48 and a half is where it's at.
Uh, I could see it. I could see at 48 and a half over.
Okay, let's do 48 and a half, right? Let's do so Hertz is gonna have to throw that ball. Does he
I'm
throw for
telling you.
200? Does he throw for 214?
Uh,
Are
if I'm
are,
not
are are they
mistaken,
are they stopping Barkley? Because if the only way he goes over 214 if that Spagnuolo just stops Barkley and says, "Hurts, you go beat me. You go beat me." You know what I mean?
I wonder how much he threw for the. How much did he throw? Well, last game it was they just running the shit out of that ball.
No, but he still threw for 240 something.
Okay, then. So then I think that might be it. So
So
then, yeah, I think so.
214 over.
Yeah,
Okay,
over.
so then
Yeah,
who catches that? Who's the beneficiary of those receiving yards? AJ Brown.
you got AJ Brown. You got Smith. You
You
got
got Smith.
Goddard.
You got Goddard.
You're gonna see Goddard get the. I think Goddard's gonna get the ball a lot.
You think Goddard? Okay, so does Goddard go over? Give me a second here. So does Goddard go more over under 49 and a half for Goddard?
I think it goes over.
I think he goes over. If this guy's throwing for over 214, he's got to go over. He's
Yeah,
got to go
I
over.
agree with you. Yeah.
Okay. All right. Let's spice this up a little bit. Give me a touchdown score. You want to go with the same ones you picked last time?
Like the scores.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
So let's throw Kareem Hunt in there, right?
Yeah.
And give me an eagle. Give me an eagle. You haven't given me an eagle. You know what? I'll pick the eagle. I'll pick the eagle. I'll pick the
Goddard.
eagle. Oh, okay. So Goddard's gonna be walling. Okay. All right. So we're 14 plus 1400. This ticket's sucking looking juicy, bro. This ticket looking juicy, right? I like this ticket right here. Let's say you guys throw a 25 on it. That's 375. That's not bad. 5-legger? Shit. That looks like a 50. That looks like a 50 spot for me. It's a nice little ticket rate.
How much does 50 get you?
750, bro. That's a nice little ticket right there.
That's
That's a nice
juicy.
little ticket. We locking that in?
Hey, you guys have to tune in and find out. See if we lock that thing in.
All right, thus far, guys, keep in mind Dallas Goddard over anytime touchdown. The game to go over 48 and a half. Kareem Hunt anytime touchdown. Dallas Goddard 49 over 49 and a half. Jalen Hurts to throw for more than 213 and a half. That's a ticket right there, bro.
That's
That's
it
a good
right
one.
there.
All right, we're gonna lock that in. But always tune in back into come back to the video. It'll be the pin comment on all. I'll pin all the tickets that we decided to go with. Obviously on TikTok, I'm posting all the plays. Instagram and Twitter and X, I'm posting all the plays. So if you want, listen, if you want the plays, you can easily find them. That's four different locations. So it's
Four
up to
different
you.
platforms.
Four different platforms. Don't come crying if we hit and then you ain't tell. That's on you. Now if we've met and we fucked up, and please come laugh at us and tell us how bad we are
Tell
at
us,
this stuff.
comment. Tell us how
Yeah,
like we should stop doing
yeah.
this.
Comment on how bad we suck at this shit. Hey, bro, I've been getting some comments on TikTok like, "Oh, you fucking suck, blah blah." That shit's gonna lose. I'm like, all right, bro, come back when it loses. The motherfucker actually came back.
Hey, just shows you how committed
I
people are
told you,
on
I told
social
you.
media. They pin.
Yeah,
I've been pinning shit too. Like, I got to come back to this guy next year. Come back to this guy.
yeah,
It's the
man.
pettiness. It's the pettiness. The pettiness
But
that
anyway,
we
hey
have
guys, wonderful episode. Thank you for tuning in.
on it.
Um, it's bittersweet, man. Super Bowl edition is bittersweet. Hope you guys enjoyed. Um, Stay on the lookout. We have a lot of things coming up, a lot of things planned for the off season. We might get into a little baseball. We got a baseball guru here with with Mr. Slick Rig.
Oye,
Uh,
papi, dominicano, papi, pa
Dominicano,
afuera.
la pelota, home run, home run, home run. Yeah, but tune in. We got a few things planned. Always let us know what do you think, and comment, like, and share. Tell your mama about it. Tell your daddy boyfriend about it.
Tell
We
your
always here.
pappy. Tell
Tell
your
your
pappy
pappy.
about it.
With that being said, I'm out. Slick Rick.
Thank you guys for joining us today, guys. One Leg Loser podcast, and we out.
Yes, sir.